Mashujaa Day is a day set aside to recognize and commemorate the great heroes and heroines, gallant men and women, both alive and those who have gone before us, whose sacrifice has contributed immensely to the freedom which we enjoy today. Ladies and gentlemen, first, let me take this opportunity to express my gratitude as I join you in the marking of Mashujaa Day, an important day in our national calendar. Gusii County is featured prominently on the Kenya map as one of the regions that have been and continue to be home to national heroes. It is from this region that senior provincial administrators, such as Musa Nyandusi, Gwen Kimoina Gichana, Zakaria Ngweni Ooga, Asha Onyego, among others, who in the past served our great nation as senior chiefs, have hailed from. Our political leaders, who among them, Simeon Nyachai, George Anyona, Sakari Onyonka, among others, will forever be remembered for their diligent service to our county and the country. I salute them. Ladies and gentlemen, the list of our heroes will not be complete without the mention of Kenya's international footballer Henry Motego and World Athletics Reign 5,000 meters champion Helen Obiri, Yabesi Ondieki, Yantika Miyoro, among many others, Julius Wako, Hezron Mokamba, Stanley Kogoro, and all these are the people who have won either silver, gold medals, all of them. Thomas Osano, Japhet Machuka, Oanda Kerochi, Jacqueline Torori, Gilbert Okari, Nancy Mwenga, Eunice Sagero, Julius Yonderi, Evans Mayaka, Aperi Gesemba, Peter Munyanja, Joel Onwunga, Charles Obogi, Toch Mochache, Melen Mugaka, Aberi Odenyo, Owen Magori, Firis Ongori, Valentine Orale, Grace Momanyi, Jane Omo, Benjamin Orina, John Wako, Sam Nyagincha, Ondoro Osoro, Mary Mura, Irene Mugaka. The liberation story of Otenyo Yamantere, a brave Gusii warrior who held our community wage war against the colonialists, way before the Mau Mau movement decades later will not as well be forgotten. On account Commissioner, but you guys from Central, you're happy of the Mau Mau. We had our own Otenyo who went ahead and confronted the colonialists before the Mau Mau was in place. These brave men and women have and continue making our country proud. Today, we celebrate our leaders, cows, farmers, teachers, businessmen, our workforce in the civil service, our men and women in uniform, and everyone whose hard work and effort not only feed, clothe, and house families, but also ensure our children access affordable education. Ladies and gentlemen, away from the makers of our nation, our county is still facing challenges our nation has faced since Kenya attained self-rule. Millions of our people are still unable to access affordable health care, education, and safe and clean water, with poverty level at all-time high. In their wisdom, the framers of our Constitution took note of the above challenges. Through this realization, the clamor for a new Constitution aimed at bringing service closer to mwananchi kicked in, resulting in the 2010 Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, today's gathering has been possible by the 2010 Constitution, which has enabled it to devolve crucial government functions that now allow our people to engage in a nation building while sharing the national cake. Close to 2 months ago, during our inauguration as the second county administration, we informed the nation we had inherited a rundown county, one built on cronyism and personal connections at the expense of development and service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past month, my administration commissioned an audit on the human resource capacity of our county. The audit revealed glaring gaps that now calls for strengthening our payroll system and a close scrutiny of the county's human resource infrastructure. We cannot continue running a county where cartels are running multiple payments accounts. Staff have different national identity cards that do not match their tax pins. In one case, one ID numbers produced 192 PIN numbers. That shows how our state of resource in the human resource management is. Not staff continue drawing salaries without the request qualification, among other shocking findings. Ladies and gentlemen, the cancer of corruption has not only affected the county's human resource department, but has spread its tentacles to the procurement sector of our administration. The county government is facing pending bills running into billions of shillings, with some of the payment questionable and an outright attempt to steal from the taxpayer. My administration has flagged 67 payment claims submitted for payment after discovering they were all ghost roads construction works. To this end, I have instructed the setting up of a pending bill committee to interrogate all pending payment. I wish to assure contractors and the suppliers that those who have engaged in genuine work shall be paid, but for those who have not shall not be paid and must be subjected to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, my administration has commenced internal administrative action to rectify these anomalies, lining with national government directives to all 47 counties that called for strengthening county payroll systems. I've started in the past. This is not a wind chant, but a deliberate step towards ensuring we have in place an efficient county service. Ladies and gentlemen, we made a convent with our people during our grilling campaign. We assured our people that we will not only keep the covenant, but see to it that the pillars of covenant is anchored on, namely devolution, governance, wealth creation, sustainable environmental conservation, and social development, enablers and ICT stand. As we settle into office, my administration has made a deliberate effort to align the county integrated development plan to mirror the 5 pillars in our manifesto. Ladies and gentlemen, my administration promised to bring order to border sector, and I know there are murmurs about the speed at which this is taking place for our borders operators to realize meaningful dividends from their business. We must restore order, restoring sanity to this sector and weeding out rogue elements hell-bent on tarnishing this sector's good name. We must do it. There are political elements I know inciting borders operators by exploiting their unmet grievances. My administration is keenly paying attention to this act of lawlessness. No effort will be spared in exposing those out to fund chaos and protecting the border sector from selfish political schemes. I did promise, as my brother indicated earlier, indeed, and I want to reiterate what Sagero sang, that borders, and I'll make it possible for our young people engaged in that meaningful business. Ladies and gentlemen, we are keen to leverage on agriculture sector, which is a key driver of our economy, and make it an ultimate means to employment, wealth creation, and food security. Our focus as a government is to build the local economy by encouraging investment in value addition and cash crop farming, making available agricultural subsidies and agricultural extension services, all aimed at improving the quality of our agricultural production. To spur agricultural production, my administration is laying particular emphasis on the reviving of industrial cash crop, whose production has taken a hit over decades. Ladies and gentlemen, to revamp the coffee sector, my administration will work closely with the Coffee Society through the Gusii Farmers Coffee Union, aimed at boosting the coffee production. We must, as a county, give attention to agro-processing, branding, and marketing in the coffee sector, once billed as the black gold. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, Gusii County in the past been hailed as a leading pyrethrum county, which my deputy mentioned earlier. My administration is determined to have our county back on the Kenya map as a region that produced high quality pyrethrum. Recently, we held a very fruitful engagement with the leadership of the pyrethrum processing company of Kenya, PPCK, with a view of relaying farmers in the potential areas of Gusii to once again impress the noble vision. The PPCK promised to give us 120 kgs of seedlings, which we are going to give to ATC to start the nursery for our people. Ladies and gentlemen, the operationalization of banana processing factory, the avocado processing plant at Gusii Agricultural Training Center, and the intended setting up of a sugar cane processing plant and the soapstones value addition plant in South Mugrango will go a long way in addressing all our critical agricultural sector within the borders of our county. Ladies and gentlemen, turning on the health sector, it's important for us to get this one clear. Turning on the health sector, my administration will undertake to train and equip all our health facilities to attend to emerging medical challenges facing our people, while at the same time improving quality medical care they receive. This can only be possible if those charged with the responsibility of running our medical facility are made accountable while in line of duty. Ladies and gentlemen, as a first step among many aimed institutional efficiency in service delivery in all health facilities, my government has introduced digitalized receipt, distribution, and dispensing system to curb the theft of drugs